How do I get through this? Is this a gate? Here we are in suburban Wellington, just walking down a very normal street, but things start to get a little bit weird.
Get in, nerd.
Go and get. Hey! See? Please do not climb on the trolls. So these are obviously Bert and Tom and whatever the other one is called. Just in the middle of a suburb in Wellington because we are outside the Weta Cave. So this is the actual Weta Workshop where my favourite films of all time were created. There's another reminder in case you needed reminding. And then if you go along, keep walking along the building. I wonder if I can actually, let's see if I can. What these people in their houses must think is so crazy. I had no idea it was really, you know, I'd heard these funny stories that they would drive in all these kind of giant props and statues and stuff. But I had no idea it really is just in the middle of suburbia. And then here is the actual studio, so that's where they keep their Oscars up there. It's where Richard Taylor's office is. Funny to be here, you know. A world that has meant so much to me for such a long time, and literally inside here in these offices and these studios as all the stuff. We had a behind the scenes tour this morning which I wasn't allowed to film or take photos in, understandably, because it's all the original stuff. Saw some very cool things, saw some hobbit feet, saw all of the kind of face masks of the cast, saw some of the swords, saw lots of armour, like Gondor and Rohan armour. Also saw some sheep from Black Sheep, which I was very happy about. Learned how to make some chainmail, not very well. And we also learned how to do some like leather work to kind of distress and like decorate the leather. I was really bad at it. And then we went and had lunch in the Roxy Cinema, which is owned by Peter Jackson, Richard Taylor and someone else. They put on a nice spread for us. I believe the Roxy is where they did sort of like previs screenings of any footage and stuff. There's a beautiful statue of Gandalf outside. It is really, really lifelike, and the detail is so intricate. And then after lunch we went around to the actual Weta Workshop. As I said, we couldn't go inside, but they have a small shop on site where I bought some tea towels. I bought a book and some tea towels. There were people that were spending, I know a guy who spent £700 on several things and then shipping it back to the UK. God, it was a treasure trove. And then they did have some actual real things from the films. I got very excited because there were Legolas's knives and bow and arrow, which was very cool. My teenage self was like, ba-dum, ba-dum. They had like Merry's Rohan helmet and Gimli's helmet and Merry's hobbit feet. Oh, loads of stuff. And some of the
crystal stuff is
helmets, and that looks like a Rohan. Yeah, that's a Rohan.
So I don't have it yet, but have a look at that.
The detail is incredible. That's a Daniel Ray. A little mini Helm's Deep.
Yeah, it's okay.
Deodorant detail just for a dead body. Amazing. And a little dead Sean Bean. How weird. We have Frodo's like orky helmet, the Witch King's helmet thing.
Are you getting ring rate as well?
Yes, I saw it.
This one, which
Well, I wanted one of
I
those.
really recognised
Down there.
straight away. This is very cool / not cool. Here we are, some costumes. Gondor, one of the Athenian Rangers.
The design that we did choose depicts the scene in the level titled
Look
The
at
Lost
the-
Valley,
look at
which
that
is considered
shield,
one
it's
of
so
the most
beautiful.
memorable levels in gaming history due to the T-Rex and the
Howard
Raptors.
Dream. This looks
We did a
like
3D digital pattern, and then we
Aragorn.
had a workshop with Richard coming up with a more dynamic pose.
With this piece, we felt we really wanted to up
God, I
the
am nerding
dynamic
out.
of Lara.
Oh look, that's familiar.
Are we absolutely mad? Are we crazy? And it turns out, yeah, but the end result was awesome.
Yeah, I was really excited to work on this sketch. I did a few sketches with
Some of these swords are absolutely massive. It was a good day. And then we went up to Mount Victoria to see the famous Get Off the Road scene. He sounds so American. So noisy. Guess who is Frodo?
Very fetching, do it well.
Are we taking?
Beautiful.
I mean, I wasn't gonna let anyone else be Frodo. There is a small child on our trip. He's Frodo a lot of the time. That one particular scene, I was like, please, 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 because that was one of the moments where I was like, my 13-year-old self fell in love with Elijah Wood. So I was like, I have to do this.
It's almost be very strange.
You're chasing my dog. Come back. Aren't you beautiful?
Action! For the sake of this film, well, when they're all in place, you'll stomp along, you'll lean over. Now, do you remember your lines?
Scream.
Throw the stick!
Oh my god! This has been a lovely day. And then we spent some time messing around in cloaks and stuff, climbing trees. And now a few of us are going to go off out for dinner. I've kind of become a bit of a ringleader of getting people organised. It's purely because I don't want to eat on my own. So I just kind of round people up. A few of us are off tonight to the Green Parrot, which was a haunt of Viggo Mortensen when he lived in Wellington while he was filming. We heard a great story about him yesterday. Everyone else had moved into like their own houses, but he insisted on staying in his hotel because it was the only place he was allowed his sword legally. He had been arrested for wielding his sword just walking around the streets of Wellington because he was a method actor. And we also found out today that all of the other actors, like you have like the proper heavy chainmail, which we tried a bit on. Just one sheet of it on the shoulder, across the shoulder, was so heavy. Then you have like lightweight chainmail, and then you have like the plastic stuff, which is for the extras right in the far background that are just blobs. So all the hero actors wore lightweight real mail, but Vigo insisted on wearing actual real heavy chainmail that they would have worn because he wanted to get in character. Even if he was just like a tiny blip on the horizon running, he'd be there decked out in his full chainmail. He sounds really cool, really cool. Anyway, yes, so we're off out to his favourite restaurant tonight.
For Bilbo, I leave it deliberately kind of, I back off from that clean, sharp edge in order to give it a rustic sort of look.